Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft. It feels ever so good to say that, because it's been a while since I last recorded. Christmas has gone by, I took a week off from making videos, had a fantastic, wonderful time with the family, and now I'm back here on the Hermitcraft server in the winter Wonderland. And it may not be Christmas, but it is still winter, and I would like to, in this episode, pretty much wrap up my contribution to this area, which is going to be going around the edges and covering every little block in snow and finalizing a few bits here and there. There are some unfinished projects, small details that need to be changed, and I've also got a couple of things to show you in this episode. But first of all, I want to wander over here and check out Zombie Cleo's nativity scene, which includes all of the hermits in miniaturized form. And this is so cute and adorable. Why is Cubfan also got a cow head on his head? I don't know, some sort of reference there perhaps. Maybe these are telling stories, like Impulse has a horse head going on here. And I thought Doc was pooping something from that angle. That doesn't look right. Also, Doc has a feather for a wing. That's so very, very cool. Oh man, and then we've got Zenaf, Biff and Mumbo, XB and Python up the top there, and there's myself face palming, something that I do quite often when I play this game. And Scar appears to be petting a sheep. This is so cool. I feel like there's probably like a rich backstory here. I know Joe and his paper will be a reference to his paper wishing well. That would be my guess. I should probably take more time to think about this, what's going on here. Wait a minute. The three kings, the three queens? This is all probably just based on the actual nativity scene, right? I am such a derp sometimes. That's why I'm the one who is facepalming. Here I am, not realizing that I'm in a nativity scene. There are other things to show you in this area, and as I kind of said, I hope by the end of this episode we're kind of wrapped up here. The mini golf will probably take a lot longer though. There are more rounds of that to be built. Of course, there are 12 in total, and the hermits have been pitching in and making courses themselves, but I will have to make a couple more. But anyway, I'd like to take a moment here while we're time-lapsing, doing some stuff in the area, just to talk about New Year's resolutions. I've talked about this before in my live streams, I think even in a previous year or 2 years ago in an episode of Hermitcraft. I don't believe in New Year's resolutions, but this year I happen to be lining up something that I wanted to do with the month of January. So I wanted to ask all of you, first of all, do you have any New Year's resolutions? If you do, let me know what they are with a comment down below. It'd be interesting to see what everyone is planning on doing. And I'd like to give you a little bit of advice for a New Year's resolution. Don't be afraid to start again if you fail. Let's say your New Year's resolution is not to eat any chocolate, and then you have a chocolate bar and you give up. Don't give up. Don't be afraid to get back on the horse. That's one of the most important things we're trying to make a change is you fall down and then you get back up again. Now, for me, I don't really have a New Year's resolution because the way that I think is that you shouldn't wait until some particular point in time and think about things as your future self doing something, because by the time your future self arrives, you probably feel the same way about, doing whatever it is you're going to do. But it just so happens that I have been very interested in doing a month-long challenge ever since I heard about Sober October, which is a group of comedians who do like an exercise routine challenge for a whole month to really challenge each other to reach a new level of fitness. And unfortunately, my friends aren't particularly into that kind of fitness stuff, and so I had to think of something for myself to do. And I've decided that for the month of January, I'm going to do at least 40 minutes of yoga every single day. And I've done yoga in the past. I've really felt the benefits of doing it. And I've actually started doing the yoga daily already because, like I said, I don't want it to be a New Year's resolution thing. So I'm basically going to do it for a month and a little bit longer. And I'll let you know exactly how it goes probably in these episodes and how I feel at the end of the month. But that's essentially my New Year's resolution. I guess I would encourage all of you to at least try and do something, make a change in yourself for the new year, even though I believe you shouldn't wait until like the new year. You should just, at any point in your life you feel like you need a change, you should try and make it at that point. Anyway, I'm looking at the time here. I am waffling on. Let me know about your New Year's resolution down below. I look forward to seeing those comments. 9,500 snow layers have been placed. I've placed more than you've just seen in that time lapse. I thought I was recording doing the beaches around this area. Let's have a wander through where I've been placing the snow. Pretty much everything is covered now. It's looking fantastic. Yes, I've recently changed my recording button and it caught me out 2 times in a row. I recorded a little bit over here, I recorded a little bit over there. I wasn't recording because I didn't press the record button because I changed it. Do you know what? It doesn't matter. You can see all that I've done now, and yes, there'll probably be the occasional block that is missed, but I've been scouring the entire area trying to catch every single block. And the only bit that's really left to sort out is behind the Christmas tree and this island over here, which is actually probably just going to get destroyed, but hey, maybe I'll chop down the trees, keep it, and put some snow layers over it. But I want to speak to Joe first, who's got some presents to place down around the back of this tree. And I think his tree isn't quite finished yet, but it's now got some decorations on it, which are looking absolutely glorious. Look at those little ornaments. I hope to see more of those. This area is wonderful, isn't it? And so I've flown around the main bulk of the island looking for any little bit of grass to place snow on top of it. And I think I managed to catch just about everything, with exception to this top area here. I need to go and grab some snow blocks to place underneath some blocks because the snow layers won't go there. As you can see, someone has started extending this rail network line, right? That was what I was going to do in this episode. I was going to start this project myself, but I believe False has done this. The reason I think it's False is because the track goes all the way around into her area, and she's also been a real sport helping out with this project. So I need to come back over here and just place down a couple of snow blocks underneath the bottom here. That'll all get done in a moment. For now, we're going to walk over this track together. Riding this track into the Christmas area is going to be glorious. She's extended it through this little mountainous bit here, which is really cool. There's some ups and some downs. We should actually check this out with the rocket from up above, because riding it is one way to view it, and then seeing it from over here, you can really get a sense of scale. Look at all of that going on over there. So it makes a right hand turn, then it does a left for another bit of mountainous terrain, goes upwards through some more again, and then it goes right past the entrance to the tag building, which is going to give you such a glorious view. And I've built my little stables over here, which I think are actually technically unfinished. There might be a little bit more I need to do with this building, and then I was going to build a tower right there, and I think that will be absolutely perfect now that this line runs right alongside it. And as you can see, it then goes down the hill and into False's area, and somewhere around here, this path that we had was going to form a bridge as well. Maybe it was from here down to there. In fact, I think False has started figuring that out for me as well. Let's go check out this sign. Fantasy Bridge Asuma. Maybe it was me that put that there, and I've just forgotten. Also, is this in line? Yes, it is. Okay. So that's another little thing that I've got to do on another day. But for right now, we still have a couple of things to finish doing in this area. And of course, one of those things are our mini golf buildings, which are starting to be developed. I worked on this a little bit during a live stream and got as far as putting in the golf right there. Now, you might be thinking it doesn't say mini golf. Well, the more letters, the more space it takes up. I tried to go with the most compact thing, which is just to reduce it down to golf. So this is going to be the main entrance right here, and the buildings are all going to connect, and I've been experimenting with some different ideas as to how they should connect to one another. Maybe a bunch of random logs at different heights like this could look cool. And basically I got a little bit stuck during a live stream trying to figure this stuff out. So that is the next big thing that we're going to focus on, is our buildings here for the mini golf. And as we wander out from the inside of the building, I thought I'd mention that we hit 800,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you everyone so much for your support of these videos over the years. Reaching this milestone is pretty cool. As I always say though, it's really more about the experience than the actual numbers themselves. And I just got done doing a live stream. My voice might sound a little bit croaky. As you can see, some development of the front here is coming together. We've got these dark oak posts between each of the buildings looking good. Some of the windows are in place. I don't think the one in the middle is going to have a window. And it's still got a way to go, but it's enough for now. Oh yeah, and then there's this. So I finished the gardens down the side, putting in the green wall and the carpets with some lighting underneath. And then we've got this little entranceway right here. I think it's pretty cool, but I will continue to work on that. We've got to throw in our Christmassy details over on this side and do a lot more, including the interiors. Now, over here, if I showed you earlier in the video, there was some netherrack just going from one side to the other. Someone made a little walkway across. I have replaced that with a very simple and small bridge design that may look a little bit familiar. And that is because it was featured over here. It's pretty much the same design, as you can see. And I've also come and taken this neglected space right here where the nether portal was and turned it into an ice cave. There wasn't really a lot of thought that went into this other than digging around, opening up the cave and throwing in some blocks that look good together. We've got snow layers are in here, and then we've got the 3 types of ice with 3 different colours of hanging glass in here. And it all looks pretty good. Nice little ice cave from the portal. That was just another job on my list of little things that needed doing. So back to the golf building. I think all of the details at the front here are done. And what a glorious looking build. This turned out so much better than I could have hoped for. I was a little bit worried this might go a bit beyond me. And as I'm talking here, I might experiment with putting some blocks behind the golf letters so the ones on either side pop out a little bit more. But I am very happy with how the front here has turned out. Now we have to do the backs and the interiors. So walking through our entrance here, I don't know what is going to happen in this place. There are windows up the top, so maybe there will be multiple floors. This one will probably stay as a big open room. But over on this side, you can see that we have a window down here, a window up there, and I've fallen into the hole. Well, the reason it's messy like this is because there's a whole bunch of signs of information that I need to hang on to, like who has signed up for what plot. So at some point, I will transfer this into a notepad. We also got to remember that we have a tutorial area, and so there should be a way to access this, as it's useful for people to refer to when you're trying to brainstorm ideas or remember what's going on. So that'll be kept in this back area right here. At the moment, we've only got a staircase going up to the actual course itself. We will need a staircase from the exit of the course, which was actually right here before it got blown up, and then down to the tutorial area. So that'll be some of the next things that I'm doing. And around the back here, what I want to do is actually take this block palette right here with the lanterns hidden under the carpets and transfer it into that space. Then the fate of the back of the buildings. And as soon as I looked up, I realised that we were missing the classic red and green glass. That definitely needs to go on there. Makes the roofs look a lot nicer. But these big spaces here where the walls haven't been built, I don't know what's going to go there. It definitely needs something. But right now, we're going to go elsewhere on the server. I need to get my head out of this project for a little bit. So many of you informed me with a comment in my previous video that I had a present over here from Joe Hills. And I can see it is straight in front of us. Of course, we did the Secret Santa, we got Poultry Man, a supercomputer, and of course I would have got a gift as well. This totally passed my mind, so thank you ever so much for reminding me. We have a gift from Joe. It says, "To Asuma from Joe Hills, Merry Christmas and Happy Boxing Day. I know you thought you wouldn't get this. Here it is, enjoy." I didn't actually think I wouldn't get this. I completely forgot. I put my name in the hat and forgot that I would be getting a present as well. Let's go inside. It appears to be solid blocks here and then a chest. So I'll happily take this glazed terracotta as well. Let's get the blocks above the chest and have a look inside. What have we got from Joe? It is a piece of paper, ladies and gentlemen. One Halloween store deed. Okay, right. Looks like we'll head over to his shop in the shopping area. So the Halloween store is this right here to my side, and I don't think we've ever visited this place on camera. I've been in here off camera. I believe there is a trap near the entrance as well. Let's look out for that. Yeah, speaking of that trap, there it is. And can I get across without falling down? I can. Okay, so this is Joe's shop. There are several levels to this, right? Or maybe I'm supposed to fall down. No, this looks like it right here. It's got some really interesting interiors. There are lots of signs to read. And I was just wondering, what does a deed actually mean? Does that just mean I can take one free thing? Leave diamonds or other currency here or whatever. So I can pay with whatever. That's pretty... Hey, there's a captured skeleton. That's pretty fantastic. I love this. This is really cool. Hey, this bat is a special bat, right? Bat times with Scar. That's brilliant. There isn't a lot to choose from in here, so I am just going to take some hay bales from this chest over here. And yeah, I think I'm supposed to leave this somewhere else. While we're in the area, I wanted to pop into the mall, which is looking exquisite. What was that up there? Is that Doc? Doc's online. It was just a chicken. A random chicken. I'm guessing that means Poultry Man has been here. Anyway, the mall is coming along really well. There is a new shop, and I'm reminded about our witch farm project and the shop that we were going to open next door to our food one over there. That has probably sold nothing, knowing my luck. Over here is a Cub fan shop. You know, it's going to be colourful and full of detail. And it is a melon shop, which we do not need, but I wanted to come over here and check out the build. Look at that little Nautilus shell on the beach, a couple of those. That's fantastic. And the Concorp logo, of course, and inside here. Man, these are some cool interiors. But yes, I don't actually need anything from here. So what I wanted to do was... Jeez. How... I was facing this way, and it blew up there. I'm going to watch the video back. So I watched that back. You could totally see the creeper. I just wasn't looking here. I was sort of looking over there. And anyway, I was going to say that I wanted to wander around the server and check out all the things that had happened while I've been away. But of course, everyone else has had their Christmas break. And so the only things that have actually really happened are in the winter Wonderland. So I'll do a quick checkup on our shops to see if we've made any sales over the Christmas season. And then we'll head over there. Let's do a poll. There'll probably be a thing to click on the top right. Up there you can leave a yes or a no. Are you interested in the total diamond profits we've made this season? Because I'm bringing you up to speed again. We're now at 1,231. I've made a healthy 39 from our wool shop. That is a constant source of income. And someone brought out all of the bone blocks. So we now have another 17 diamonds there. Unfortunately, we didn't sell any kelp. And over at our XP repair shop, we made 4 diamonds for Doc, which go into our total. And 2 of those were from shareholders. So it's good to see that that incentive is working. Anyway, vote on the poll. Let me know if you like the total. I'll keep you updated on it if you do. And let's head back over to the Winter Wonderland. As we arrive here in the Winter Wonderland, I realised that we checked out the Nativity scene at the beginning of the episode. We've seen pretty much every other project here in my episode, so there's just one thing to check out that Tango and Impulse have done over there. However, the snow globe has sat here opposite my builds. We've seen it plenty of times in the videos. I've never actually taken a step on the inside, and there is a very nice atmosphere in here. It feels very safe having this glass ball constructed around you. If you're wondering why all of this is grass, I'm going to guess Jevin built it out of dirt and put snow layers on top of it, and then the grass spread. So the grass hasn't gone snowy like it normally does with a snow layer on top. Now inside of here there isn't actually too much to see. There's the Christmas tree with some empty chests. There is this humble little building as well, and that's about it. But it is of course a beautiful build. So let's head over to the other side and see what Tango and Impulse have been up to. So last season, Season 5, in the underground area at Christmas, Tango and Impulse gathered up a whole bunch of baby zombies and built this adorable Christmas workshop area. And Tango told me that he was going to do that again, but they were going to do it even better this time. And so I've deliberately avoided catching too much of their streams or seeing exactly what's going on over here. I think we just found the entrance as well, which is good because I need to link up the snow globe, build the path going in front of the golf area, and connect it up to this building as well. And once that's done, there'll pretty much be nothing left to do in this area, at least for me to do. Welcome to Santa's Teddy Bear Workshop. Okay, I am excited. Look at this. The armor stands of Season 6 are adding in their details as always. Love little things like this. Very cool. We've got the stockings above the fireplace, and this is probably the place to go look. They look very Christmassy. These look like cuddles over here. Little Christmas bears. And are they supposed to do something? Because they're all kind of dancing in the same spot. My guess would be that they would walk around in a circle and that there's something going on under the carpets, but maybe it's broken. I don't think there's any buttons for me to press or levers to pull. Let's go check out what does this sign says. Do not disturb elves at work. I can hear the sounds of villagers. I can also see that there are water streams here that are not doing anything. This thing is probably defunct at the moment, but I'm pretty sure when it's operational it would look pretty adorable, right? It's a very cool build. I like the build that they put around it. And speaking of builds, it's time for us to focus on our one again. And we will start with the path that leads to it. It ended around here, and now I've extended it down past our building. We've got a staircase here, and then it goes down again and it meets up with other builds. We've got the little bridge over there connecting the two islands together. It wraps around to that side. It also goes into the mini golf, of course it does that, and then it splits off to this side over here going into the snow globe, and off into the distance it goes over to Scar's tree log area. I've got to say, I love the texture of the path block with the snow. Those look really good together, and as I said, it leads into this thing. Let's turn around here. You can kind of get a bit of a view where it goes over there. Yeah, that's much better. So now you can see exactly where the paths are going. That really unites the area and breaks up a lot of the bland whiteness that was there before. And anyway, on the other side of the building itself not being finished, as evidence of this opening right here, around this side I've taken the blocks from the inside, transferred them over to the outside, including some lighting hidden under the carpet blocks, and there is a little spot here to go down to the tutorial area, which I'll probably work on another time, and a little connection to the exit of this plot right here. So all of that's been contained, and all we've got to do now is finish the backsides of these buildings. And before I show you that, let's look behind the Christmas tree. I placed down snow, not in every single block though, because Joe's still building his presents. And then over here I've gone and chopped down all of the trees and covered this island with snow. And there used to be spruce trees here, and I actually thought they looked pretty cool. So I decided to come back and place down some saplings. And you can't just directly right click onto the snow layer. Also, did I bring snow layers with me? Jeez, I've made this much more complicated than it needed to be now. Great. Oh, I guess I could use my Silk Touch shovel on the next one. So yeah, I'm going to come over here and plant down a few saplings. They will grow into trees again. The reason we didn't leave the trees here is because I was using snow golems and they have leaf blocks close to the ground, so it meant that you couldn't get the snow layer directly underneath the tree. Anyway, I think it'd be nice to have a little momentum to the project that was once here, and so we'll leave some saplings and they'll grow into trees. So that takes care of that, and as we fly over here, let's check out the back of the buildings. They are all finished and tidied up. There wasn't too much to it really. Got a window on that one. This space we're leaving blank. That one's got these tree log pattern things raised up. And when we go to the inside, you'll see something really cool. I wanted to get that lawn feeling into here for the mini golf. And so we've got a very nice and clean floor. Now, one of the things we'll have to do in the future, when we work on this project again for finishing the mini golf, is perhaps add some staircases and create some secondary floors. But maybe not. I don't know exactly what's going to go in here. I was hoping for like a tutorial, some sort of instruction. There's definitely going to be decorative things and details eventually, but for now it's just a corridor like this. So hopefully we'll be able to put some function and use into it. But for now, that is that project finished. All of my doings here in the Winter Wonderland, with the exception of the mini golf game, I guess you could say, are now done. And look at that view. It's glorious, isn't it? What an amazing build. That turned out so good. As I try and tidy away my shulker boxes, pay attention to the ender chest in the background. It's constantly opening and closing. Sometimes it stays open for a little bit longer. And now it's doing it. That is so weird. What is with this game? So the sun is setting on another day here on Hermitcraft, and I have one more thing to show you, and that is the results of our Christmas game of Snowball Tag, which was running from the beginning of December with a little bit of delays to Christmas, which is now over. And it is this one right here that has the scores, and there they are. As you can see, I have won, but I tell you what, it doesn't feel quite the same when you're the person who came up with the game and put it all, well, I say put it all together, got someone to put it together for you. Yeah, I was the most invested in the game, let's say that, and I got 17 points. False was close behind me with 13, and yeah, you saw all of them on the screen. Well, it's time to wrap up this episode. If you didn't leave a comment about your New Year's resolution, go down below and let me know what yours is. And while you're down there, leave a like as well. It helps support the channel. As always, thank you for doing that. Your support is appreciated, and this is where we're going to wrap up this episode of Hermitcraft. I don't know when the next one will be. There might be a little bit of a delay just for settling in for the new year and changing my plans for YouTube. Who knows? But there we go. We set out to finish our contribution to the Winter Wonderland project, and that has been done. And so we wrap it up here. Thanks for watching, peeps. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.